Hello, this is Michael, and we are going to see in this tiny presentation a topic that I think would interest all of us. This is called the importance of being global, and it's pretty related with globalization and how to become more global in this world. So I think this is a topic that really interests all of us because we're all directly influenced by this kind of topics and situations. So please follow me on the next slides. So, what are my general ideas about globalization and being global? First of all, I would like to say that globalization is a process that has changed the world dramatically. Some people say that this process started when Europeans arrived to America and colonized this continent. Some others say that this process was really developed and was very accelerated with the revolution of industries, etc., etc. So I'm not gonna deep a lot into that, but I think this is a process that has changed our ways of work, our ways of thinking, and it has brought us a lot of different tools and opportunities, products, etc. But also, I think that globalization has brought the idea of being a global citizen. Being a global citizen is an idea that I think it has gaining a lot of strong within the pass of the time. I think this is a recent idea, but I would like to say that it's important for all of us to to know, uh, get to know all of us a little bit more. And this is very related to being global because being global is something that we all need to develop more if we would like to get in touch with other people, with other cultures, with other ideas. So, finally, I would like to say, as a general idea, that globalization could affect us or benefits depending on our situation, our position in this world. Talking about economically, socially, culturally, etc., etc. So now regarding the pros in this slide, I would like to say that globalization has brought us the opportunity to have more products, also to have more ideas, variety of product services, and the better competition of themselves. You know, whenever we live in a globalized world, we have the opportunity to select the options that just to our budget more, the ones that offers us more, literally, the ones that have more quality, etc., etc. Also, I would like to say that the process of globalization is that this has increased tourism and the ability to understand other cultures, other people, and also, and very important to say, is the concept of being a globalized citizen. Finally, the cultural interchange, ideas, languages. This is something that it has been increasing with the pass of the time. This is very influentiated by the globalization, and I think this is a great opportunity for all of us to get to know other people, other ideas, and yeah, it's a positive effect of the globalization. But now, in the other hand, I think that we have the cons, the bad effects of the globalization. The first thing that I would like to say is that influence of other cultures are overlapping other cultures. Like, for example, between Mexico and the United States, Dia de Muertos is being overlapped by Halloween, and this kind of influence are making a loss of culture, of identity, of cultural identity to Mexicans. Also, there is a strong competition. We live in a world where, for example, third world countries has kind of more opportunities talking about jobs, but this is very related to the economy since as a person who lives in a third world country, we receive, cheaper salaries and that kind of stuff. Also, the disadvantage for some other people and countries, depending on their situation. For example, as I already mentioned it, um, this there is a term where yeah, people is getting lost their jobs because they're giving these job opportunities to people from other countries where salaries are cheaper and that kind of stuff. And finally, the loss of minor languages. We live in a country where we live in a country where Spanish is the major language, but we have lots of other languages which are disappearing due to the globalization and the lack of honoring these roots. And now some actions to become more global and to reduce the bad effects of globalization is to share our ideas and our culture, but never forget our own roots. This is something that happens to a lot of people whenever they changing from a place where they are living to another place. Also, to do not assume that our personal culture is better than other cultures. This is called xenophobia, and it's something that really happens in first world countries like the United States. And it's very important to detect that because this is very related to being a global citizenship, of being a global citizen. The ability to understand each other's, but however, to do not judge other cultures and make a difference to know people, know ideas, share ideas, defy status quo, and change the mindset, our ways of thinking. It's something that I would like to highlight more. And share specific values and attitudes. As I already mentioned before, I think xenophobia is a thing that really affects all of us and something that we really need to eradicate. And on the contrary, being more empathetic is, I think, it's a solution for this problem. So, in conclusion, I think that globalization it's important, it's a necessity, and it's something that takes action in our daily activities. Also, being global is a concept that we all need to develop more. I think that is a recent concept that we need to understand more. But finally, globalization is a double-edged sword that could affect us or could benefit depending on our position. So, thank you so much for following me on these slides and this presentation. Hope you liked it. And yeah, finally, I would like to say that globalization is a process that has changed all of us.